Good afternoon, guys. It's hold on, it's 5:11 p.m. So sorry I couldn't do the video yesterday. Because of the 5 Fed speaker, price action was garbage. So I didn't do any videos yesterday, and I didn't even trade it yesterday. Today I also did the same thing. I didn't trade it much. Later in the day I did it, like after 12. During lunchtime, and then near the closing time. In between I did not, but there were some good trades. I was out actually, in and out, but anyway, but day was good today, but then it was tricky in the morning. But then I think after, when it broke through 37, it was easy. But anyway, so just keep in mind, entire 4100 to 4200 range is the garbage. So in that garbage range, price can do top to bottom, ping pong, and then so that's why any trading will be neutral in that range. Okay, now within that range, 42.44, 28.34 hunting levels are important price points, and weekly highs and lows. I will still keep buyers in mind as long as price is holding above 37 and 44 today, while keeping in fact that 76.94 is the ceiling, 41.76, okay, until broken. So that is the resistance we know. And any buying attempt during the day, if price is trying to go higher, it will try to go there. Any selling attempt will take price to take down to 44, 37 and 21. There was another level, which was in Discord, which is 4077 to 4086. That is what I was waiting for since last 3 to 4 days. I'll show you the Discord also. So price has spent a lot of time around 41.58, so that area is important to note, and it's exchange area. Dow, these are the specific levels. So basically Dow came down from this and it went all the way down to this. Okay, Russell, it came down to this area, and then NQ, you can see it pretty much here, right? So because price is in the balance mode, it will trade between widely visible known, these are known levels, these are the known levels, so technically sellers are still there below 41.97. okay, as long as there is no green weekly close above that area. So we know weekly prospective overview also sellers are there, right? So now go ahead, let's look at it here, right? So now at least we know, based on the note, that as long as price is holding above 37 to this 44, buyers are there, right? That's the first thing. So now we are watching the price here, right? So I'm only going to cover ES, because ES and NQ both are same today. They are both going down at specific levels, right? So if I take a trade in ES, you have to assume that's probably a same setup in NQ. Okay, so now preferred sellers area, that's the first response here. You can see it in the morning, right? And then of the open, price touched there and then rejection. Okay, that's the first thing you need to note. Okay, but still we have to assume that above this area and this area, buyers are there. See, this is what, so I was out till 10, 13 or 14, to drop my son to school, and he has to go somewhere else. So 10, 18, till then I was out, so I did not look at this price in the morning. But in the Discord, while I was driving, I said keep an eye on 58, that's the exchange area. Any breakdown in RTH is not good for buyers. Okay, that is what I said. And ideally, if buyers are there, they would hold it above aggressive buyers area in NQ, which was 617, and preferred buyers area in ES, which was 37, this area, but anyway, I said 37 and 44 and 58 are the keys, So now we know the picture here, right? Where buyers are and sellers, I don't know, so we have to wait for a breakdown to see whether they have something in it, right? So in the morning, price got rejection from yesterday's high, okay, and it was open drive down. Okay, then price went higher, right? Internals were good, everything was good, right? But price went below 58, right? So that is the issue here. Then hold on, guys. So that's the first thing you have to notice. that 58 is exchange area, right? Exchange area means price wants to fight, basically both buyers and sellers wants to fight around those areas. Okay, so now we know it's fighting here, right? And but when it broke down below 58 here, right, of the open, right, which was around 943, so 943, so you have to now look at this way, you know. So this is 943, right? So price went to where? 52, which is somewhere around here, right? What just happened here, right? So what just happened is this, and price was here, closed here, 5-minute basis, right? That's the breakdown, right? Overnight breakdown going on right now at this point in time. So now you know some weakness is there, but still, you know, above 44 buyers can technically hold the market, or even 37, right? If price drops straight there, then. But if price is coming step down, most likely it would be a reactionary response and price may continue going down. Okay, so here, so that's the first thing we notice, right, at 940, which is right around here. But here there was no breakdown, it was straight down, right? So we have to wait in RTH also breakdown to see whether it breaks below this, right? So, and then price went higher, right? So now you know it's trying to build a balance. Then here at this point it tried to break down, which is right here, right? But there was no strong response, right? So there was no failed breakdown here, right? And in price did not even go here also, correct? So now we know there is a breakdown attempt here, right? So now we know RTH is trying to go in sync with overnight, right? But still there is no trade here. Then price balance, right? Now it's important thing, remember this 58, so that 58 was taken out here, again to the upside, again to the downside, price was balancing around, and then here 58 was holding, see that? And then you see a spike up above 58, right? So at that point, right, we have to assume that price again wants to go higher, right, and again wants to continue the ping pong. However, there is a trick here. You can see how many times it attempted it, right? So sellers were defending these things actually. Then it poked higher, so whoever is defending here, their stops will be right here around here. Price just stopped them out, right? And then immediately down, that's a sign. If you know, you can short right there. So but anyway, I just came at that time, you know, I just opened the chart. So this is the after the fact I watched these things, you know, and then by the time when I started watching the chart, price was already here, somewhere into 47 or 48, you know, somewhere here around here. So but this was a good observation here, you know, for the short setup. But the question, the idea was, you know what if price goes down straight there? What if, you know, this is still within the balance? So but that's the idea you have to keep in mind, you know. So you can take a short, but it's a risky, so you have to wait. Then you see this straight down move. See, this was the problem. On a one end it was a breakdown now. So at this point sellers are in control, okay, from here. On the other front, it went straight down to this 44, which was a support. See, I don't want to see any exhaustion into support, and you can see it, price pretty much held this area for roughly 30 minutes. See, that is the challenge. So even though if you try to take a, like looking at this breakdown, right, and if you try to take a short, 30 minutes of holding, you will be out. See, so that was the challenge here. So while price was holding its straight exhaustion, I went long right here at this time, you know, around. I waited, I observed it that, hey, this damn thing is holding, right? I said at least it will go back to the middle of this balance, you know. So, but then I had another price point, 50 and 55, both in my mind. So in Discord, when I took this trade, I said I'm taking this 47 long and my stop is 46, only 1 point, and I wanted to see whether this damn thing goes above 50 or 55. So the whole idea was, if it goes above 50 and 55, I had a jump start from here, and then above 55 I will add more for the long side, and I will target 76.94 area. Okay, that was the idea at that time. Now I was also aware that there was a breakdown here and here, right? And I'm playing exhaustion here. Price may not go above 50 or 55. If that is the case, then price comes down, then at that point I would to assume sellers are there below 50, and I should not attempt a long setup. Okay, even though 37 gets hit, I should not attempt a long at that point, but just watch to see whether price goes back above 50, then I will attempt a long, or goes back below 37. That means I am officially allowed to take short, right? So based on the pre-market notes, right? So here, when price was not able to go above 50, see, I gave a time here. See, price was already balanced here multiple times, right? Try to bounce it. When it started this up move, it should have gone through 50 fast. If like one candle, second, third, fourth, and trying to go down, I was out. 48, I just cut it, 1 point profit, that's it, you know. Then so here, you know, so then price went again, came down, straight down like this to 37. See, this time I didn't get fooled. I say, you know what, nope. Now I wanted to see whether it breaks down. If it does, then by this time it has established a step down pattern. 1, 2, breakdown. And what if it balances here, breakdown, there's a third step, you know, I'm ready to short right at 37. Okay, so right here. So then what happened, it went above to this area 44. Now look at the beauty here, 44 acted as a resistance now, right? Then it came down, break below 37, right? See, this is the official confirmation now that now you are ready to short. All you need is a pullback, you know. So pull back to this area somewhere, you know, at least, or you want price to go down and come back up to this 30 area, you know, or in the middle of the balance, you know. So here, or you have to wait for some kind of fail breakout. 3 situations. Okay, so when price touched here, you can take short here, you know. I didn't take it, you know, I was just watching it because 37 was exhausted here, right, price, so it may bounce, right? So I don't know whether it can bounce up to here or where, right? So hold on guys. Okay, so now by this time you can see it, internals were holding below 0 line, so I don't have to cover internals, right? They were holding below 0, so sellers were in control, right? So then price went down here, right? So it went to 31 or so, right? So basically, where is 31? 31 is somewhere around here in the middle of the preferred buyers area, right? So now going short here, not a good idea. Again, you know, preferred buyers area is still holding, so I would say 37 is still holding, right? But now I'm watching 37's particular level here, right? So then price, what price did here, like these things, back and couldn't go down, back, couldn't go down, right? So now I don't want to short here at the tail end. I want something kind of fail breakout, or price to go back here at least, you know. So then price broke through this 37 here, right? And then it was going higher like this, correct? It was a lunch time though, okay? So, and I usually don't trade during the lunch time, but today, you know, I didn't get to trade before lunch, so I was eating and I was watching, right? So then it went higher, right? So here, correct? Now we zoom in like this. Then what happened? It pulled back to 37, I would say, right? And then, so now I was marking these levels. You know, I want to see something new beginning, so I was marking this low, right? This low, it went higher, right? It didn't quite get to this here, and then it came down, right? So I was interested to see if it breaks down, little pullback, I am ready to short, you know, because it was the middle of this balance, say this balance, right? And then I can ready to short, right? So I was waiting here. Then it went higher, right? It broke out above this high. Now I am more interested to see whether it fails here or it goes straight up here, then I'm shorting, or it fails here, I'm ready to short. Okay, so it went higher, immediately came down. See, that was the sign, now I am interested in shorting, but I don't want to short it here because I want price to take out this and this middle of this balance, right? So I was watching it. Then it came down at 37 again here, right? It bounced, right? Fine, I'm okay. If it goes here, I'm ready to short. If it goes down, right, below this, I'm ready to short. That's where you see it here, right there, right? Now I'm ready to short here, right there. And target 21, which is this, right? So, and here I think NQ is also same time, 12:30. Yeah, see that? NQ aggressive buyers area. See, it's pretty much dream numbers. Dream numbers are deadly. You can see that. So dream number touch, you can short. That's a different arrow, right? Because it bounced from the preferred buyers area. So you wait for this balance mid to be taken out, and this low, and this short would be a valid short. Good short would be right here. Now you're shorting it into this area, but by looking at this pattern trending down internals, most likely it will go through it. 420 was my pending target, right? So that you have that much room, to cover. ES target was 4077.86 area. NQ 420, Russell 1925 to 1901, Dow 686, 669. Those were the targets that I have been waiting, for a long time. So, and I will show you my Discord also later. So hold on. So while I'm here, so here it is, right? It's on February 7th. Downside reversal if that happens, right? So which was 2 days ago. So I'm just watching and not trading on that day. I typed it at 147. I said I'm more interested in ES 77, which is today's low, 85, right, which it went through it, NQ 420 specific level, which is you can see today 420, Russell 1925, 1900, to see what happens compared to trading. See, so I was more interested in watching to see what price does from this rather than trading, because that day was a down day. So I was waiting for this thing. It didn't happen on that day, but I had a memory, that it wants to go there. If it price gets there, I will put one sim long whenever, which is today, right? So I had a sim long on, from that level. This price bounced it, right? You can see it, end of the day 20-point bounce from here, right? 420 also, and there was another level 388 which it just touched it, so I went long here and there also. Russell also I went long 1916.6. that was the level. I typed it in Discord today, when I saw it hitting this ahead of this. So I waited, when ES hit this, I took the long in Russell also, and then so hold on. So Russell, let me show you something. Where is it? Okay, so this is Russell. See that 3:14 p.m. Now I said okay, 31.33. That was the level I gave it in a live in Russell before it happens, and then 1925, and then so I said so by 4 or 4:15 a.m. now I want to see 3:15. okay, I want to see 1996.6 and 1916 getting hit. That's where I went long. Okay, so it's all before the fact, not after the fact. Okay, this was a 420 level. This was also my level 366. You can see it, it hit right to the T. That's where I went long. That's where I went long. That's where I took where long in Russell. And Dow was not open, but I would have taken a long at Dow. Most likely Dow would have hit 669 or 686 level by that time. So it was a multi-index long term but daily good support hit at the same time. So now I'm more interested to watch this price action tomorrow to see whether these levels have enough juice to push price back up. How far? 50% of today's range? At least more than 50% I'm expecting, but we'll see how it goes. So okay, so now let's back to the point here, right? So here 21, it's a profit, right? 21 was the level I gave you in Discord, and then 10 to 1, that was another support, which is this. So 10, right? So if you short at 21 later on, because now you have to see, you have to observe the pattern here, all the good levels are broken, acting as a resistance, right? So here once 21 is broken, which was also yesterday's low, most likely it will act as a resistance, right? So here, right, because it was a lunch time now, right? So you are out, let's say at 21, it's still lunch time, so you have to wait till 1:30 to see whether this area is holding it, short it, right? Now better way to short is, since it is balancing, you are waiting, it's balancing, right? Then you see this breakout, failed, short right there, okay? Then target 10, which is this, or even 4077, but price is not gonna go straight there, right? So you will look for the same pattern, right? So here take a profit, then again good support, right? So you see a balancing here, fine. Then it broke down, right? It went to 4102, which is this level here, right? Then balance again below this level, right? So here see these things, this high, trying to break out, this high, failed, short right there, right? And then you take what, 4077 or 86, got hit, there you go, right? And now you're done. So that's how it is, So NQ, same thing, pretty much here. 541, global low, breakout, pull back above, fail, short. Same thing here. See that? Break below 455, 420 touch, 455 acting as a resistance, short there, target 420 again, or this. And that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.